Alright guys, Stellar Man here, you know, Richie Repairs, and iMicroSolder.com man here. We get it done. A lot of my videos are not going to be the best quality, either sound or video, but they will be full of valuable information. And in this instance, just want to talk about, you know, making the best use of your time, right? And these are gonna give some examples here. For instance, I have a lot of unlocking boxes, right? And I would rather buy an unlocking box. I have bought unlocking boxes for one device. Even sometimes I'm just gonna break even on the job, but I still have this tool and I'm hopefully going to be able to use it again, and I most likely will. But I would buy a tool to break even and get the job done, or to make a lot less profit than if I bang my head against the wall for 2 fucking days trying to figure this phone out. It doesn't make sense. My time is valuable to me, very valuable to me, and I can never get enough done in the day. I always have more jobs than I can do in the day. So thinking that you know, you should waste your time trying to figure out a free solution sometimes, it doesn't make any sense, you know? Especially, this is tech, shit changes all the time. You know, you might figure out a solution for Android 7 today, but guess what? Android 8's out tomorrow. And then what are you going to do? Now your solution doesn't work anymore, and you spent fucking 6 hours. Do you know what I mean? Or, you know, doing risky jobs, right? Like glass-only repair on an S5, let's say. Or a Note 4, let's say, or an S7, or, you know, whatever it is, right? I mean, you know, you swap. I don't know what a lot of you guys do, you know, but here in my area, there's like at least a half a dozen LCD refurbishers, at least, and they're happy to either A, buy your stuff, right, or B, swap your part. So for instance, like a Samsung Galaxy S5, right now I think you pay to swap that $30 or maybe $25. That job is gonna take you how fucking long to do? First of all, it's a fucking mission to get it out. So first you gotta get it out, right? So first you get the thing out. That's a fucking miracle that you got it out without breaking it. Then you're gonna actually do the glass repair on it? That's gonna take how long? And you still might break it. You're risking your ass again. For me, I'd rather pay the $30 to swap it any fucking day. What am I saving? Well, how much is the glass? $1 to $5? You know what I mean? Plus the time you had to wait for it to get to you if you don't have it in stock. Plus, you know, you might fuck up the glass somehow, just like with a fingerprint or this or that or whatever, you know, or you went to go lay it down and the loca wasn't fucking exactly right, and you had to take it up, and then, you know, you can't fucking ever get that shit clean, and then you gotta have the fucking UV box. And I mean, okay, so you might have the UV box, you know, you might have the loca glue you'd like to get rid of. I mean, I took all my loca glue, I literally gave it, and all the glass that I had from my S3s and S4s and whatever else I had back before I knew about all these swap houses, I gave it to them. I just gave it away. I was like, you know what, this is more use for you than it is for me. And actually, they didn't even want the liquid optically clear adhesive, because they use some sticker shit now, right? And you put in the autoclave after or whatever. I think it's, you know, you gotta choose a lane. You gotta pick a lane, and you gotta roll with it. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do LCD refurbishing, that's an area of the business that should be treated separately, compartmentalized, you know? You can't do it all. You want to do it all. You could do it all. Sure you could. But in that time, right, that it takes you, and I'm not talking about getting the screen off because you got to do that either way, right? Whether you swap it or whether you refurb it yourself. But the time that it takes and the frustration, I only have about so much fucking frustration that I can take in a day before I lose my shit. Right? So, you know, I don't know how much frustration I want to deal with, you know what I mean? In a day. Come on, bro, come on. I'm just driving here, so, you know, I only have so much patience. You know what I mean? There's only, my tolerance is only so much every day. I don't know what it is. It's maybe different every day. It's the same maybe every day. People rub me differently every day. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, you gotta, your time is your money and you gotta choose wisely, you know? And you also gotta say, hey, you know, is it worth it for me to sit down and figure out this phone for 3 hours? For 4 hours, for 5 hours, for 2 hours, and maybe come up empty-handed at the end? Is it going to be advantageous for me later, or is it maybe not? In this business, you don't have to take every single repair, no matter what it is. You don't have to take every single screen repair. Somebody comes in with a fucking Microsoft Surface tablet. You're going to do it? Why? You know what I mean? Why? I don't know. Maybe you have some fucking golden method, right? Where you're like, oh, no, man, I do it because of this and this and that, and it's so easy, and I see a bunch every year. But I don't see any, you know? I don't know. Maybe they're not popular here in Canada. I don't know. There's a Microsoft store here, a couple of them. But I don't see any. Maybe it's because I don't advertise for it. I don't know. People ask me, once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. And it's not worth it for me to fucking go through that aggravation. I got more stuff to do in a day. So, you know, you can't, if you want to get to the good money at the end of the day, you can't do every little job that everybody wants you to do. You have to choose what you're going to do. You need to make a narrow focus. You know what I mean? Some of the best ice cream shops that you ever go to, what do they got? Chocolate and vanilla. That's it. They do 2 flavors and they do them fucking good, and there's a line down the street. Chocolate or vanilla. That's it. Or whatever it is. You know what I mean? There's a place here in Toronto, all they sell is one fucking kind of butter tart or something, and that's it. That's all they sell. One fucking butter tart, bro. The whole place, it's all they do, butter tart. And they got a fucking line down the street. You don't have to be everything to everyone. In fact, you should not be everything to everyone. If you want to count those dollars at the end of the day and be like, yeah, I made $1,000 profit today, you can't be going after every little thing. When it comes to board work, what I do is 20 minutes. I give the device 20 minutes. If I don't know what it is by then, or if I don't know if it's going to be solvable, or if it's going to be worth it for me to figure it out in the future for something else, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to close that thing back up. I'm going to say, sorry is no solution, and give it back to him. If you want your data, right, you're willing to pay me now $325 to get your data? Okay. But you're willing to pay me $150 to work on your motherboard? And you think I'm going to work on it for fucking 4 hours? I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? It's $25 an hour. It's crazy. We can sit down and do an iPhone screen and make $50 in 10 minutes. So, why? You can't, just because it's in front of you, doesn't mean you have to do it. Doesn't mean, even, you know, even you might not have anything else to work on in front of you, another board or another phone right now next. But I guarantee you, if you keep fucking with that one board, you probably won't get to what's next. What's next might not jump in your lap. What I mean by that is, you know, maybe you're slow today. Maybe you don't have another board to do next or another phone to work on next because your website's shitty. So what you need to do is work on your website, but you're putting time into this thing, right? You got to understand that, you know, sometimes, yeah, at the end of this phone, after you work on it for 4 hours, you might make $100. You know, you got shop bills too, eh? That's not all just 25 bucks an hour to you. And I don't think that a lot of you guys would go down the street and work it wherever for 10 bucks an hour. Do you understand what I mean? So you got to understand that letting that job go is opening a door for more money for you. You have to trust that. You have to believe that. You have to just say, you know what? I've been doing it this way for a while, and you're right, and let me just try it. Try it for a bit. I guarantee you, guys out there that a lot of us look up to or have respect for or know that they have done well, that they make good money, like let's say Louis Rossmann, right? Everybody knows Louis Rossmann. If you're watching my video, I guarantee you know who he is. I'd be fucking damn well surprised if you said no, you don't, but maybe you don't. What does he say? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, no, chucks it. That's it. So if you don't listen to me, why don't you take advice from him? It's known fact. You gotta get that stuff that's holding you down out of your way. You gotta maximize your time. Sometimes, you know, sometimes instead of making, if you're charging 80 bucks, let's say, for screen refurbishment, and the part costs you 5 bucks, but it takes you 2 hours, right? What if instead you just had the other screen ready to go, LCD and all, that you already had in stock? You take that screen off that's broken with the broken glass, put it in the bubble wrap, you put it in the bucket, and you wait till you got a shit ton, and you go down to the swap house, and you go in there and you spend a couple G's, you give them all of your broken stuff, and you come out with all nice new good stock again. It's got to be quicker. It's got to be quicker. It definitely enables you to do more jobs. It does. There's no doubt about it. None. You guys gotta look, watch the clock, watch your time, count your money. Every single time that you do a job, you gotta think about it. What is the most, how am I gonna maximize my money out of this, right? Is it gonna be by doing this screen repair? Is it gonna be by banging my head against the wall for 4 hours on this board? Is it gonna be by, you know, am I gonna stand at the counter and help this fucking customer? Right? Or no? You know, am I gonna stand at the counter and help this customer with their email right now? Are they ever gonna come back and buy anything again? Or am I gonna say, no, I got other stuff to do? I'm gonna say, no, I got other stuff to do. If they're not keen on that, then that's okay, because I'm not doing fucking setting up emails for people all day. You know? I'm not doing work on your water damaged fucking S7 for fucking hours and hours and hours. I'm just not doing it. If it's quick, if it's simple, boom, boom, done. If it's not, okay, no problem. Do I want to keep learning? Do I want to keep figuring stuff out? Yes. Do I want to keep my knowledge base growing? Of course. But you got to do it wisely. You cannot waste your time in this business. You only have so many hours in a day, and you're not getting them back. You got to keep your eyes on the dollar, not on the job. It doesn't matter about the jobs. It matters about, at the end of the day, this is business, and how much profits did you make? Profits matter. Your skill the amount of jobs you got done, the difficult job that you did. None of that matters. It's business. You guys gotta keep that in mind. It's business. It's not about who can change the A10 CPU. It's not. Why do you want to even deal with it? Not change it, but why do you even want to deal with A10 CPU if it's not quick, easy, and profitable? Do you know what I mean? If it's a job that takes you an hour, if you're not making at least $100, at least, then don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Okay? You know, you want to practice on the weekend or whatever. Okay, that's great. That's different. Now we're talking research time. Now we're talking, skill improvement time. We're not talking about banging my head against the wall for this one customer's job. You can't do that, you know? And I'll tell you what, the customers appreciate that too. The customers don't appreciate, oh, not today, tomorrow. Oh, I worked on it, but it's still not yet. Oh, it's still not yet. It doesn't mean if you say to them there's no solution that they're not going to come back to you the next time that they have a problem. If you fucking string them on and on and on and on and on that you're still working on it, you're still trying, you're this, you're that, that's when they get frustrated. That's when they're like, and then the next time they're like, man, that guy, he just had my phone for like a week and didn't ever get fixed. And I'm guilty of this myself. But I'm telling you guys right now, I'm watching my clock, 15 minutes. I've been saying 20 minutes, right? And I haven't been, I got a lot of jobs out there in my shop right now that are going to get packed up and closed up and said, no, no, no. No, 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 no. And that's just that. So, that's what I can say about that, guys. Watch the clock, watch your time.